Good morning, teacher. My name is Teresa Marisela Yepes. This morning I want to talk a little bit about unit number 2, which talks about building better communities. And I just want to talk about my experience of living. And first, I want to thank you for the opportunity you are giving me doing this instead of having the virtual tutorials. As I talked to you in the email I wrote, I am a Seventh-day Adventist, and it's hard for me doing something on Sabbaths because on those days we just don't do anything that it's only being on church and doing religion things. So I'm sorry again, and thank you for helping me this way. Well, as I told you, unit number 2 talks about building a better community, and I choose this topic because transports me to places that I lived, and I just want to share a little bit about that. Well, originally I am from Ibarra, and my parents were farmers, so we used to live in a farm, and we were raised in just living in a small place, in a quiet place, in the middle of nature, surrounded by animals like cows, chickens, dogs, cats, and that's what, that's the life that I like it, because that's the life that I had. When we grew up and needed to go to school, my parents moved to the city, which at that time was a small city, and it was not that hard because it was just easy to deal. It was not too much traffic. It was not too much buildings around us. It was quiet. It was safe. So it was just okay. So we did not have to deal with transportation because the school were close to us. We would just walk to the school, walk to the store, walk to the market. So it was just easy and not too hard to deal with that. When I graduated from the high school, I needed to go to the university. Then I moved to Quito. And that was one of my hardest experiences because it was the first time for me living in a big city. I will confess that it's not a life that I really love it. It was very hard for me. In fact, I will go every Monday morning straight to the university, and then Fridays afternoon I will finish the university and just go back to Ibarra because I just missed it so much, the quietness, the peacefulness, and I just love it being that way. And in Quito it was very hard. I had to deal with traffic, I had to deal with transportation, I had to deal with buses, I had to deal with neighbors just by my house. I never lived in apartments though. I always lived in a house, but still, the neighbors were just by me, and I could hear them. Probably they could hear me. So it was just hard, but I had to deal with that, and I did it. Then I got married, and I moved to the United States. And thanks God, we went to the countryside. We went to a small town called Grass Valley. It was in the north of California, in the Sacramento area, and it was a quiet place. It was like living in the farm when I was a child. So in fact, we rented a house from one of our friends, and he had a big farmer, so we were helping them. He had some cows, chickens, horses, dogs, turkeys, and we were helping them. Since I had a little bit of experience, we helped them raising the animals, and it was just us, the landlord and us living in this farm. We didn't have neighbors around us, which I like it, because it's I feel like I was more in a private place, and I could